Hello, welcome back to yet another match day stream on the Third Man Cricket Show. And this time we are here joined by Sudeep and
Hi.
Imanshu, two of our representatives. So Sudeep is a newcomer here, is representing the Sunrisers Hyderabad. So the match that we are going to discuss
Sorry, I'm not
about
wearing
is
an orange
SRH.
jersey.
No issues, no issues. We can see the smile on by the smile on your face, the position of the team that you are in, you are from.
Yeah.
So basically, जिनको पता नहीं है आज का मैच के बारे में, so it's Sunrisers Hyderabad against the new ones, Lucknow Super Giants. So Lucknow lost the toss. Sunrisers chose to ball first. Lucknow put up 169 for 7, backed by a brilliant innings from their captain KL Rahul amongst the runs, and also Deepak Huda in the middle order. But now SRH, they started off well, but losing 2 wickets थोड़ा सा matter nervy हो गया. So we'll speak to Sudeep first up. Sudeep, as I said, you started off well, but now those 2 wickets, maybe
I
थोड़ा सा
think
nervous type. What do you think?
I think the onus is on the man in form, Aiden Markram. He got a 50 last match. I think his partnership with Tripathi will be very crucial at this moment. But SRH does have depth in their batting. They have Puran to come in next. They have Shepherd who can smash the ball as well can Abdul Samad. So they do have that firepower. All they need is a partnership right now to get them back in the game. I think they're still in the game. Their required run rate is 9.44. So I think it's still gettable from here.
Basically, yes. So SRH actually lost their first match, and it seems like almost 15,000 years since the last time SRH played the last game in the IPL. So finally, Sudeep, for you guys are playing again after a big gap.
I know,
And
right?
so far looking good. And speaking about Lucknow, we got Himanshu here representing the Super Giants. So Himanshu, basically Lucknow अच्छी start थी in this tournament. They lost one and they won one amazing, brilliant run chase against the defending champions CSK, your favorite team for that matter. So this time, I think in today's game, they really look off sort when it comes to batting. Like if you look at their batting order, Rahul ke alawa, nobody was amongst them except for Deepak Huda and Ayush Badoni, who's batting really well. So what do you think the problem really was in the batting order? Especially the likes of Manish Pandey, because Manish Pandey ke bare mein is ex Sunrisers player Sudeep may know very well of him.
I'm very
So
happy he's
Himanshu, I
playing for
want
Lucknow right now, man.
exactly.
That
So I wanted to ask this
answers
question.
that
Yeah.
answers my side as well.
किसी को नहीं चाहिए भाई ऑक्शन में उठा दिया गंभीर ने उसको.
No,
But since you have it, Himanshu, since you have it, Himanshu, Manish Pandey, तो expectations क्या रखनी चाहिए from Manish Pandey? Because basically he's an Indian cap player. You definitely want him to fire of some sort. So do you think that ये जो form चल रहा है, it is just temporary and he will fire at some point of the stage in this tournament?
that is the basic thought and belief for selecting him. He was an exceptional player, but for past few years he hasn't performed. There has been accusations of stat padding. It's kind of not true, but that's the base reality. We have to accept it. And another thing that is he's an exceptional fielder. When, let it be anything, he is an truly exceptional fielder. But सिर्फ फील्डिंग
आज
के
भी
लिए टीम में
कैच
चला
लिया था भाई अभिषेक शर्मा का पूरा
Yes.
फायर ही गॉट दैट कैच.
Yes, exactly. So he's a tremendous fielder, and the thing is he has not been performing. But experience है, but कितना chance देना चाहिए? That's the battle. I think, but लखनऊ में है backup भी है, so I think they should try something new. But that's the thing कि वो इंडिया का प्लेयर है जिसने अच्छा खेला है, capped है, experienced है. थोड़ा bitter sweet है वो.
थोड़ा तो trust. Yeah.
Sudeep's
Basically, yes.
reaction said it all for me.
It summed it up. It summed it up. He's very
Yeah.
happy, not just as an SRH fan, but also getting rid of someone like a Manish Pandey.
No,
So,
but
Sudeep,
truly
there-
speaking, Manish Pandey is a true talent, man. Like he's a very capable batsman, and he's had his chances in the past. He hasn't made use of it. That's the downfall. That's what separates between good players and great players, right? You play when you get the chance, and if you have to capitalize on your chances. So I think that got the downfall of Manish Pandey.
Exactly. And there is one question for you from here. Rahul Singh here is talking about the brilliant death bowling performances from Sunrise. I think that is what was lacked in the last game against Rajasthan Royals. So it was good to see
Yeah.
them coming back in this match.
Movies,
So brilliant performance from
Natarajan's
Natarajan.
Yorker, which got rid of KL Rahul. I think that was a brilliant ball. And their death over was really good, man. Like Romeo Shepherd, he stepped up. He got two odd wickets, I think. Natarajan got two. So SRH is, key. Like they always were strong with their bowling. Their bowling was their strength throughout their franchise history. So not surprised there.
Exactly. And speaking about Lucknow here, Imanshu, तो basically Ravi Bishnoi पे काफी चर्चे हो रहे हैं in the comment section. So he's there. He's I think regardedly the trump card for Lucknow to get back into the game. Yes, Avesh Khan took 2 wickets, but now ये जो middle overs का phase है, Ravi Bishnoi's 3 overs is going to be really really crucial. तो do you think that अगर वो wicketless जाते हैं, जैसे सात्विक भाई यहाँ पे कह रहे हैं, the match is well and truly in SRH favor?
No, I wouldn't say that because the thing is with Hyderabad के time में भी we last year कि we knew Rashid Khan is an exceptional bowler. So इस time में भी Ravi Bishnoi though is not at Rashid Khan's level, he is an X factor and a wicket taking option. So I think कि SRH वही करेगा. They will play him calmly. उसको अगर बैड बॉल जैसे लास्ट ओवर में डाला, they took a chance and that went for a 4. So similarly, वो इस हिसाब से उसको they will play him easily and there is a scope. That's why it increases for Krunal and Andrew Ty. We do remember that Andrew Ty was a purple cap winner one year. Yeah, I guess for Gujarat Lions in 2016. So he is capable of taking wickets. So if even if Ravi Bishnoi does go wicketless, it's not the end of the world. There are other wicket taking bowlers as well. We have seen Avesh Khan take two and Andrew Ty can take. So yeah,
Exactly. And speaking about the match scenario, so basically bata dete score update. So you were speaking about Andrew Ty and he's now bowling and Rahul Tripathi is looking in some fine touch. So Sunrisers Hyderabad currently 56 for 2 in 7.2 overs. Required run rate is nearby 9 runs per over. I think that is gettable. So
हो
Sudeep,
जाएगा
having you on
partnership.
ho
Yeah,
jayega. Yeah, partnership is very very crucial. So Rahul here in the comments is saying Pandey will get the backing of
wow,
GG for full season no matter
what a
what. Only
shot by
3 games,
Tripathi.
right? Oh, wow. Yeah, Tripathi is a talent, like definitely indeed. So, Sudip, I wanted to ask you this question. So, even yesterday's match, people were talking a lot about it. So, there was one post by Crickbus. Basically, it was like a tweet that this time around they were using some different kind of spray at an odd timing to reduce the impact of dew in this edition of the IPL. So previously वो जो spray use करते थे, it was used at 1 p.m. बट वो इफेक्ट उतना नहीं होता था सो दैट सेकंड इनिंग्स में ड्यू काफी इम्पैक्ट होता था बट दिस टाइम अराउंड दे चेंज द टाइमिंग एंड नाउ दे जस्ट use that spray at 5 p.m. before 2 hours before the game. So that is why you don't see a lot of dew coming in the second inning. So do you think that chasing was the right decision for SN? I mean, obviously it looks like a right decision right now, but in a long-term process, do you see your team basically wanting to chase more often than not since dew impact काफी minimal होगा अभी?
I think most teams until now in this IPL have gone chasing. Most teams won games chasing in this IPL so far. And talking of this factor, I think it's good. The reason why they're doing this because there's a lot of humidity out here in Mumbai, and uh, by doing this, you're favoring the team bowling second. I think that's something which they're doing good. I'm up for this. Whatever they're doing, I'm pro this. But I think teams will want to chase more and more because that's the trend which is going on in this IPL. You know, I think SRH also will want to chase in the future, although they're a good defending team.
Exactly, and even the comment section, it is all about SRH. So pretty surprisingly, no Lucknow Super Giants comments already. तो लखनऊ के भी comments कर दो यार भाई लोग. मतलब हिमांशु यहाँ पे बैठे. Yes, it is not looking good for Lucknow. So we'll take the comments one by one. So we are joined by Sands here, a very esteemed audience member from of the third man cricket show. He's saying नमस्कार मंडली संचित दीपी की गोलियां खरीद ले कि हमें इससे भाई कल स्टेडियम में जरूरत पड़ेगा. Yes, so tomorrow RRRCB. I'll be going supporting the Rajasthan Royals from the stands, and my brother is saying tomorrow RR will face its first defeat in IPL 2020. We'll see what happens. Bioboy is speaking a lot highly about Karthik Tyagi here, Sudeep. So he's saying that he deserves a spot in the 11 over Umran Malik. I agree, Umran is talented, but Karthik is better than Umran when it comes to line and length. So what do you think about this, Sudeep?
Umran
Yes, so
Malik is a very a prospect which to look out for. He's bowling 140. I've seen his paces in one of the overs. So he bowled 149, 150, 151, 152. He's got raw pace, and very few people in India have that talent who can consistently bowl at that pace. And his action, which gets him to that pace, I think that makes him a complete bowler. But he's not a complete bowler yet. He needs maturity. He runs in, he bowls that good length consistently outside of. वो आज भी देखा होगा तो दीपक हुडा एक छक्का मारा था उसने. He premeditated that shot, that ball. उसने off stump पे गया और leg side पे छक्का मारा. All Umran Malik has now is pace, but I think with the mentorship of Dale Steyn, I think he's someone to really look out for. एक दो साल में इंडिया के लिए आ जाएगा वो पक्का. And
Indeed. And even
personally, if you see like Umran Malik, he's not bowling in the power plays. They're using him as a specialist middle order bowler, right? So, and Karthik Tyagi is again a very good death over specialist. But we have good death bowlers right now with Bhuvi and Natarajan doing well. So I'd still keep Umran Malik in the playing 11.
Exactly. Even Ryan is saying that Umran Malik को और matches खेलना चाहिए. So a lot of praise about Umran Malik in the comments. Speaking about a controversial figure, Himanshu, KL Rahul once again is among scrutiny, and this time around again फिर से captaincy की बात करी है राहुल सिंह ने यहाँ पे. So he's saying that today KL's captaincy will be under radar. How he changes the bowling at what situation. So in the last few months, like counting from the days of the IPL in the UAE with Punjab Kings, and also the leg that he had as an Indian captain in South Africa. KL Rahul, the captain, काफी criticized हो गए थे, and so this season, especially for him, will be pretty much crucial. So KL Rahul, the captain के बारे में क्या कहना है आपको, हिमांशु?
The thing is that he sometimes goes with his gut, which is a good thing for a captain to do, because sometimes analytics doesn't always work. But his guts have been misfiring a lot in past few legs of IPL and even in South Africa too. And we haven't seen that. I haven't there is a pattern for every captain. So Kohli, an aggressive captain in the face, I want to win it all. Dhoni, cool thinker, strategist. Ganguly, motivator, strategist. There is no such pattern visible in KL's cap.
बात तो सही की है बायो बॉय ने.
Yes, that's
बात
true.
तो सही है. क्या कंटिन्यू हिमांशु?
Yeah, so that has thrown me off completely. Sorry. So we haven't seen any means a attribute of KL's captaincy. Means is he a motivator? Is he a thinker? Is he a strategist? He's just he looks calm, but in his breakfast with champions interview say I am also aggressive inside, but that isn't seen. His decision making is sometimes wavered. So that's the thing. There is no clear pattern in his captaincy. That's a bit worrying. When he finds that pattern, his formula that I want to do this, it will be successful captain.
Indeed. So you're backing KL Rahul. I think captaincy के बारे में उतना impact नहीं. I think a lot will depend on the how he bats. So even Parth here is saying Rahul the anchor, but do you think his low strike rate affect the score? Even for PBKs in the past and even this season so far. तो strike rate के बारे में भी काफी concerns है with KL Rahul. So this
I mean,
innings
इसका पहले भी पास्ट में भी हुआ था राहुल के पास. Whenever he plays his rigid innings, जब वो freely नहीं खेलता है, जब opening, he's an opening batsman, and when wickets fall around him, he usually tends to slow down his run rate. इसका run rate 100, 120, 130 पे चलता है. That's when वो runs बनाता है, पर अच्छा strike rate पे नहीं बना पाता है. That really affects the game, and this happened before when he was playing for Punjab Kings as well.
Exactly. And speaking about the current score, guys, जो भी अभी join हुए, so SRH are doing really well. Tripathi is just enjoying his time at the crease. Strike rate of over 180, so he's 32 of 70. SRH 75
First win for
2
SRH today. Yay!
Yeah, so in comment section में बोल रहे Ryan was saying, can this match be SRH first win? I think Sudeep has already answered your question. He's pretty confident of an SRH win.
जीत जाएंगे.
Yeah, so basically, Sudeep, this question is for you. So Tripathi playing with some intent, and don't you think the shot from Williamson was not needed? So what do you have to say about this?
Oh, Williamson. I mean, you can't really question the shot making of Kane Williamson, can you? I mean, he's one of the best in the world, and he's human after all. You can't expect him to play the perfect shot at all time. But Tripathi, man, SRH really spent some big money on Tripathi, and it's his very second match. We can't judge his performance so far. First match में तो डक पे गया था वो, पर I think he'll go well this match.
Indeed. So yeah, I think that is the thing. And SRH, I don't think कुछ problem रहेंगे. I think Hashim, your friend Sudeep is saying, I don't think SRH can win this. You wish to answer that?
Don't worry, Hashim. Rajasthan won't win the IPL. They'll won it only once. They'll win it only once forever.
He's a RR fan. He's a RR fan.
Someone found Sanchit.
Hashim bhai, a big shout out for even I am a RR fan. You can see the pink inside my jersey. So don't worry.
क्या भाई कल का जर्सी आज ही पहन लिया?
Oh,
that is the match day mood.
Superstition. That is the superstition. अगल कर मैच है तो वो जर्सी से ही सोना है.
या सो हाशिम के लिए फुल सपोर्ट है, कोई कुछ बोलेगा नहीं हाशिम को इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, देख लेना. बट जोक्स रियली रियली ग्रेट, रियली ग्रेट. पार्थ का ये कमेंट आपके लिए हिमांशु, बेसिकली स्टॉइनिस, इट्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग वन. सो स्टॉइनिस विल बी कमिंग बैक वेरी सून, एंड अभी जो करंट ओवरसीज प्लेयर है, क्यूडी के है, होल्डर है, ल्यूइस एंड एंड्रू टाई. सो अगर टाई को निकालते हैं देन बॉलिंग ऑब्वियसली लुक्स वीकर. सो इफ यू आर द कैप्टन, इफ यू आर द मैनेजमेंट, स्टॉइनिस आता है, विच प्लेयर वुड यू थिंक विल गेट द ड्रॉपिंग?
For me, I would prefer an all-rounder over a pure batsman. So I would remove even Lewis, even though he's a terrific batsman. I agree completely. That's a harsh call to make, but I see because QDK is the keeper. He is an exceptional player. QDK is undroppable for me. Holder gives you valuable overs. He's a good fielder. He's a heighted fielder as well. तो boundary पे भी काम आता है. And he's a decent bowler. Then you have Andrew Ty. He is somewhat handy with the bat, a good bowler. So Marcus Stoinis will then shore up the batting. So he can even effectively replace Evan Lewis and give you another bowling option at the same spot. So I think I would drop Evan Lewis. Harsh call, but that's the reality. Yeah.
इंटरेस्टिंग. मैं कमेंट सेक्शन पे से भी सेम क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहूंगा. सो व्हेन स्टॉइनिस कम्स इन गाइस, कौन से प्लेयर आपको लगता है कि ड्रॉप हो गए फ्रॉम लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स, एंड यू कैन नेम इट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन कि हु डू यू थिंक will be getting dropped for Marcus Stoinis when he comes back. Let's see what the audience also thinks. So it's a very interesting one. Pronit here is saying horrible decision by Kane Williamson to bring Washi in the 16th over, an off spinner against two brilliant right-handers in the slog overs. Novice makes mistakes like this. What do you think? So I think that was the period where Lucknow actually got the momentum and they finished off really well when Badoni, Krunal and Holder were hitting in the ending overs. So what do you think went wrong, Sudeep? Do you agree with this statement from Purnay?
I don't think anything went wrong, to be honest. I think 170 is a chaseable target with the due factor which we were talking in before. You've seen a teams scoring 180, 190 in that range to win in the first innings total, which I mean. So I don't think things have gotten out of hand so far. It's 9.3 overs, 82 for 0. SRH still has it in hand. And talking of Washington Sundar, I think he's had an excellent game today. He came in the power play. He got the wicket of Lewis. He got another key wicket, I think, in the starting overs. And a bowler like that deserves to complete his quota of 4 overs. So I think, again, don't question the captaincy of Kane Williamson there.
So inner SRH fan and Kane Williamson love is coming out of Sudeep, and very very fairly. I mean that guy just recently got the New Zealand side to a World Cup final just a few months ago. So it will take time, but SRH squad still I think pretty much in the tournament. एक ही match हुआ है, so I think they are pretty much sorted as well as Sudeep has to say. Bioboy is highly speaking about Rahul Chahar, the Punjab Kings bowler, on his spin bowling, and I feel that never did anything wrong to be dropped from international team. Will make a comeback. We hope so. We hope so. I think he had a great game last night, so hoping that he continues this. Hardik is saying, "Chal gayi Tripathi ki lati." So yeah, I think Tripathi is really enjoying his time. Even Aiden Makram is there, who likes to anchor the innings while someone from the other end actually plays those kind of shots. Ryan is asking, do LSG really need one more all-rounder or a pure batsman? Can Stoinis be benched? A very interesting one. Lewis will play as a proper batsman. So, Himanshu, do you
According
think
to
there is a
me,
possibility of...
I would walk Stoinis straight into the playing 11. I would drop one of Quinton de Kock or even Lewis. But this would be a harsh call. But considering the form in which Lewis is, I would drop de Kock, play an Indian wicketkeeper, play Lewis and make Lewis and KL Rahul open. And I would get Stoinis in the middle order because all the matches which Lucknow played until now, the top order hasn't performed really well. And most of the run scoring was done by Deepak Huda or Ayush Badoni from the middle order. So I think Stoinis as a finisher in that aspect will really fill up that void for Lucknow.
Interesting. What do you think about this, Himanshu?
I in fact kind of liked Sudeep's suggestion. That's means interesting suggestion. So what happened, Sachin? You
So yeah, just an update. Makram अभी just praise कर रहे थे उनके बारे में and he got out. So Makram got out and so Sudeep थोड़ा सा nervous, 3 down SRH, but still pretty much sorted. I think it's better that Rahul Tripathi didn't get out.
Then
Yeah.
was 82 for
Makram
2,
got out.
going at a strike rate of how much? 8.2. That's not bad. The required run rate is still under control. But SRH is famous for collapses, man. I really don't know how this new middle order will go ahead. I I hope they do well, man.
Exactly. And
We
SRH
for
का middle order once again tested. Yeah, Himanshu, continue.
Yeah, so no, the worrying thing is that Tripathi is still there and he is playing freely. So that's the worrying thing. Aiden Markram is a good player, but still now he was in control. So if instead of his, I would have loved Tripathi's wicket. I would still love Tripathi's wicket. So hoping for that.
Oh, Himanshu, but tell
Exactly.
me,
So
how do
we'll,
you become a Lucknow fan? Are you from Lucknow or like how? Like, this is the first
No,
season, right? Are you a
actually,
Donkey
it's
fan or KL Rahul fan? Like what? How? How?
no, it's nothing like that. In fact, I am a CSK fan by heart. So
Okay.
I'm a CSK fan, but this auction, while auction was happening, I didn't know. I just had an connect because of during the IPL
Goenka.
with Lucknow, and I said, okay, let's because I know I will support CSK, but there is always a second team for every guy. So
Yeah.
this time it's Lucknow for me.
अच्छा
That's
टीम
why I
बना
started
लॉन्ग
with
में लखनऊ
Lucknow,
के साथ. I like
and
that team.
I'm kind of an empathetic guy, so I felt bad for them for such a bad jersey that connected to me, and I felt for them even more.
But it is very interesting like a CSK fan, a Dhoni fan basically supporting Goenka's team. तो पहली बार मतलब मैं सुन रहा
And
हूँ. It is it is a very rare combination.
so
Uh,
the thing is, I don't like the owner because of what he did to Dhoni. That is completely agreed. That is I don't like at all. But I am supporting Lucknow purely for cricketing reason. That's the only thing. Just for pure cricketing reasons, I want to support LSG and empathetic reason for their poor jersey.
Exactly. तो जर्सी I think it doesn't matter now because ये मैच काफी इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है. Nicholas Puran has just walked out to bat. Sudeep, I think Puran, you would love Puran to continue the form he had in that India series basically because that is
Of
what
course, man.
SRH really needs.
This is a player in form. Like he had an average of what 50 over 50 in the India tour, and
Yes.
then he played a T10 tournament in West Indies where he smashed 100. I think I don't remember which match
In
that was.
T10.
Yeah, in T10. So between this India tour and the IPL, so there is a T10 tournament going on in West Indies, and this guy smashed 100 of like what 30 or 40 balls. I don't remember. See, no, somewhere around 30. So this is a player in form. He could not get going in the first match. He tried three back-to-back slogs over deep mid wicket. None of them connected, but he went out in the next ball. But I think he'll go well, man. He's a player in form.
Interesting. So even Rahul Singh is saying that Puran and Tripathi should play till 15 overs. Then KL takes a worse decision of giving 1 over to part timer. Then SRH will play. So he's fully confident that KL is going to mess it up यार. अरे यार राहुल भाई क्या थोड़ा तो मतलब केएल राहुल के लिए एम्पैथी बनता है यार. So hopefully from Lucknow's point of view that doesn't happen. Pranit is saying Bishnoi is the key today for Lucknow. Yes, definitely. I think Bishnoi की काफी अच्छी spell रहेगी. So Krunal is bowling really well. He just got the wicket
पर दो ही
of
ओवर
Aiden
बचा है
Markram.
बिश्नोई का लाइक एक विकेट
Yeah.
ने निकाला है और 2 overs he's gone for 16 runs. That's economy rate of 8. So उतना खास नहीं चल रहा है बिश्नोई का आज.
Yeah. So a lot of discussion in the comments was about Puran and him getting out on a duck. So Parth is saying she are Puran run maar liya now. LS is surely losing. So Puran, I think he has a very unusual record of I think how many ducks he has in the IPL? 6, 7? मैंने
He
पढ़ा था
has a
कुछ
lot.
stat.
Last
ऐसे सब
in one
गंदा
season he had
परफॉर्मेंसेस.
like four in a row, right? Something like that in
Yeah.
one season. And then he
ऐसे पूरा
scored a
फ्लॉप्स
one next
पंजाब के
match.
साथ ही
And he
होता है.
got out on one. That was very funny. Yeah, sorry Sudip to cut
Yeah.
you off. Yeah, please continue.
नो मैं बोल रहा था ये सब फ्लॉप पंजाब के साथ ही होता है लाइक पुरान फ्लॉप मैक्सवेल मैक्सवेल एक फ्लॉप राशि में चल गया वो और भाई ये सब पंजाब का ही क्यों होता है भाई नो बेस्टो आ गया आई एम स्कैर्ड फॉर बेस्टो सारे से आ गया पंजाब आई होप ही डज वेल.
कल
Best.
जीता
It
यार
will be very
पंजाब ऐसा
interesting.
मत बोल रहा है.
हाँ सीएसके अंदर का सीएसके का दर्द बाहर आ गया हिमांशु का. डोंट वरी सीएसके की बात नहीं करेंगे. डोंट वरी. सात्विक भाई कह रहे हैं सीएसके की बात नहीं करेंगे. बोला यहाँ पे सीएसके एक क्वेश्चन पूछा है. चलो बात कर लेते हैं. इन 2011 मेगा ऑक्शन सीएसके bought more than 90% of its player, but this year they let go Faf, Shardul, Hazelwood, Char, and injury serious, costing CSK. Will you agree? Please answer. Himanshu, I think you are the better person to answer this, being a CSK fan.
Chahar, I am actually missing, and the thing is, bowling department looks extremely weak. Not just weak, extremely weak. Because Mukesh Chaudhary, Tushar Deshpande, these are good bowlers, but they are still need to be, they are in grooming phase, they are in learning phase, they need to learn. So till then these situations will happen. So I am kind of okay if these two bowlers, if they learn and they will be a better, they will become better players for the next coming seasons. So I am okay to take one season as a hit to develop all these bench players, develop other players, and use the current experienced player as a guidance. So that's okay. I'm willing to take one season hit, two season hit for the betterment of franchisee after 3 4 years.
But
Interesting. Okay, we got
honestly
a super
speaking,
chat
man,
from.
who does CSK have as their leader in their bowling? I don't think they have a leader in the bowling. Who's their leader?
Exactly.
Jadeja.
Bravo, Jadeja. Exactly, man.
Jadeja
That's the
is a
problem with CSK bowling. They don't have a proper guy who goes in every day, picks up wickets. And talking of Faf, how well has Robin Uthappa replaced Faf du Plessis, man? How well is
Faf.
Robin Uthappa playing?
Yeah,
I'm
Faf is
really
an
impressed with
impact
how.
player. I do agree, and
Yeah,
Faf
yeah,
is unreplaceable. But we kind of have found another route that Uttapa has been playing tremendously well. He's
exactly.
timing well. He's looking great, and he's just beautiful and graceful to watch. It just makes your mouth water watching him bat.
Age is
So
like a
that,
fine wine.
yeah, and the missing thing is, yes, Hazelwood. Okay, we have Chris Jordan, we play other Adam Mills, so it's okay. We have kind of replacement for that. Hazelwood was more impactful, but yeah, it's kind of replaceable. But Shardul is another thing because Indian fast bowler who can hold on his own. He and Chahar could hold on his own. Those two are missing, and see those two have replaced him are kind of in grooming phase, learning phase. Till then,
Yeah.
we have to take the hits. Yeah.
Exactly. And speaking about super chats, I think Jay Bhai, thank you very much for this super chat. He's asking off topic from today. Since 2017, Sanju Samson has won player of the match in the second game of the season on 4 occasions: 2017, 18, 19, 20. I mean, yeah, I think he really loves to have a fiery start into the IPL season. But except 2021, he could not carry it for the entire season. 2021, I think he was really well. 2019, I think he was also good, 300 and something runs at a strike rate of 140. But उसके अलावा I think consistency अगर आ जाती है then definitely. But coming in at number for this season, I'm expecting 300 up to be a wonderful season for him because of the lineup that Rajasthan Royal has, and I don't think runs will be a problem. He started off the season really well, but Sanju Samson, I think definitely he is really eyeing this IPL a lot. I mean, a lot of praise has been going around on his captaincy in this IPL so far, especially जो Mumbai Indians के सामने जो captaincy की in the death overs. I think that was remarkable. So a lot of praise is going for
Form है
Sanju
भाई,
Samson.
बंदा form है. Bro, Sanchit, I have a question for you.
Sure, sure. Ask.
Do you think Sanju Samson will make it to the T20 World Cup in India squad?
Squad, I guess, yeah, squad में आ सकता है, but playing 11, I'm really not sure, man. If you look at our batting order, number 3 you got Kohli, number 4 Iyer, I think very much has fixed his place at number 4 after the recent 2 series. Number 5 Surya Kumar Yadav or Rishabh Pant edges for me because Sanju Samson I really like him. I would love him in Indian squad, but वही बात आती कि is he in the pecking order? मतलब कहाँ पे कौन से position पे है is in the pecking order? So I think Surya Kumar Yadav, Rishabh Pant are ahead of him. But I would personally have Surya Kumar Yadav as my number 5 and number 6 maybe Venkatesh Iyer or Hardik Pandya. I think Hardik Pandya current form पे काफी अच्छे रहेंगे. So that will be my top 6. So it's very difficult for Sanju to break into the playing 11, but still, I mean, 6 or 7 months to go. So a long, long way to see what happens.
In fact, Rishabh Pant even doesn't feature in your top six, Sanjay.
That is
So,
the competition. That is the
yeah,
competition.
that's the competition. That's what I wanted to mention. Yes.
Definitely. I mean, it will be very interesting. Yeah, IPL काफी interesting रहेगा for lots of players to make into the World Cup squad, not just from India but also for the other
Yeah.
countries as well. Ryan is saying Tripathi is the Indian batsman that SRH wanted. Yes, definitely. I think SRH really needed an Indian core to step up, especially from what happened in the last season. So, what are your expectations, Sudeep, from Rahul Tripathi? He really fired up for KKR
Last
last
season
two
में
seasons.
कौन था भाई
He
last
is
season में?
what an upgrade over
कौन था?
Manish
विजय
Pandey, I
शेखर,
would say.
मनीष पांडे, और कौन था वो केदार जाधव. कौन ये क्या कौन है ये लोग ये क्या क्या करने आए हैं? Tripathi is far better, bro. Like I don't think he's. I mean, again the batting में देखो तो Indian players कौन है? राहुल त्रिपाठी है, अभिषेक शर्मा है. Again, he's not a proven, he's not a cap player. Then they have Priyam Garg in the bench. Then they have Abdul Samad batting lower down the order. Again, he's not a cap player. So, and their batting, it revolves around foreign players like with the likes of Williamson, Nicholas Puran, and also Markram. So I think SRH this time they have realized that they need depth in their batting. So they have relied more on foreign players with the likes of Williamson, Puran, and Markram. So I think that's the strategy which they used in the auctions. But yeah, Rahul Tripathi is the best Indian player we have. Batsman
Definitely.
wise.
I mean, you summed it up pretty well. Like Vijay Shankar, कौन है ये लोग? Even Sands is appreciating that. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good upgrade for SRH. I mean, mega auction really changed the fortunes around for lots of teams, and even SRH is counted with that. So currently score बता देता हूँ. तो SRH 92 for 3 in 12 overs. They need 78 in 47 balls. Required 100, just closer to that 10 run per over mark. So Ryan is asking, can SRH chase? तो comment section में आप बता दीजिए. What do you think will happen? Will SRH chase it down comfortably and get their first win in this tournament, or will Lucknow Super Giants prove out to be strong? Let's see what our audience think as well. Himanshu, coming to you, basically Lucknow के बारे में बात करते हैं फिर से. So the bowling left. So Ravi Bishnoi is bowling his third over now and is still going wicketless. So unless he doesn't get a wicket in the 2 overs, I think SRH are cruising through definitely. So what do you think the next game plan should be to get those crucial wickets now?
So now the thing is that, see, Avesh has bowled his three, Krunal has bowled his three, Bishnoi will be over with his three. So now wicket taking options is that, see, I told you earlier as well कि Bishnoi को they will play आराम से, runs भी नहीं बनेगा तो भी चलेगा, loose ball आया तो will hit it, and that's what they are doing. We will not get out to Bishnoi. So there, that is a clearly a game plan which is visible, and it's a good game plan for them. And thing is now next bowling options 2 over. There he's using just 5 bowlers, KL Rahul once again, and I don't want him to bring another part timer and ruin his career. So please stick with this 5 bowlers. It's okay, one of them gets hit. You have still decent bowling options. They are good bowlers, and yeah, it's manageable. So, but Andrew Ty needs to buckle up. He has been expensive as of now, and also wicketless. So that's Andrew Ty. I thought will be a wicket taking expector option. Hasn't fired. So I am banking one more from Krunal Pandya and one more from Avesh Khan. Ravi
Exactly.
Bishnoi
Andrew
would
Ty,
be
I think
wicketless.
I think आपने बराबर कहा एंड्रू टाई के बारे में. Even if it goes expensive, it is fine. But as long as it doesn't take wicket, I think that is a bigger concern. Because Andrew Ty squad में इसीलिए because he is known for taking those wickets in the middle overs. So that is what Lucknow really needs. So let's see what happens. Rahul Singh has a question for you, Sudeep. So he's saying that Sundar, I mean the way he played against Ara, though in a lost cause, but the way he was hitting Fulton Isle especially, I mean that was phenomenal. So he's suggesting that he can come in as an opener in place of Abhishek Sharma and Gopal can play instead of him. So they are lacking a spin bowler in middle over. So what do you think about this suggestion?
अभी तक yeah I think ये काम कर सकता है. He's opened Abhishek Sharma. I'm sorry. Washington Sundar has opened in the Tamil Nadu Premier League. He has a good record there. He's a proven opener. I think that's how he started his batting. So I think
Even opened for RCB in IPL, right?
yeah, yeah, exactly.
One or
So
two
he's done that before. I mean, and this Abhishek Sharma experiment is really not working out. Although they spent like 4.5 crores for him in the auction, I think. So
six.
I mean, he's a very 6.5, I think, somewhere there. So I think he's a bright prospect. Again, he's a player again like Umran Malik. You know, he needs grooming. थोड़ा polish करेंगे तो बहुत अच्छा player बनेगा. और Abhishek Sharma came into IPL after they traded Shikhar Dhawan to Delhi, I think, before the auctions is what I'm talking about. So I think SRH traded Shikhar Dhawan to Delhi, and they got in Vijay Shankar, Abhishek Sharma, and some other noob shit. I don't remember. So yeah, I mean, Abhishek Sharma अभी नहीं चलेगा तो आई थिंक वॉशिंगटन सुंदर ओपन कर सकता है. एंड लाइक ही वाज सेइंग श्रेयस गोपाल भी आ सकता है एज अ लेग स्पिनिंग ऑप्शन. हमारे पास स्पिनर्स नहीं है, ऑल्दो फास्ट बॉलर्स पूरा काम कर रहे हैं हमारे लिए अभी.
Exactly. And speaking about Bishnu, I think he's really troubling Nicholas Puran here. And Ryan is very interested to even remind us about what happened a few months ago again in that India West Indies series. So he struggled against against Bishnoi as well. So even though I think still battle is won by SRH only, as long as Bishnoi ko wicket na de, they are very much sorted. 75 in 42 balls. I mean it's still gettable. I mean Puran can change gears within a matter of 1 or 2 balls. So that is fine
Talk about
as
Avesh
long
Khan.
as
He's
the
scored 3 overs. He's conceded what 17 runs and picked up 2 wickets, man. I mean, that's brilliant again.
Okay,
Five
so
for
just an update, just an update. Tripathi has just got out. So there you go. That is the wicket that they wanted. Krunal Pandya, man, once again with the breakthrough. And he is there
What a
for
prediction.
that reason only. Wow. Imanshu, what do you have to say about that?
bro. I hate you so much.
I am so happy with myself for saying that Kronal will take one wicket and it was the wicket of the Rahul Tripathi, which is an of course I think it's a game changing wicket because he was absolutely killing it and was taking the game away, and even the shot he hit, it was timed well. It just it hit if it would have been in the gap, it's a four, so it directly on the chest of fielder. So very happy. Yes,
Guys,
So
watch
I
out
was saying
for. I
that's
have a
it for
disclaimer.
SRH.
I have a disclaimer.
Yeah,
yes,
Watch
yeah,
out for
continue.
Romero Shepherd. He's a very
yeah. We
aggressive
have to.
batsman. I'm
I
looking
said
out.
just game changing wicket, not game defining. It's, it
Yeah,
will just change the
And
game,
not
not
just
end the
Shepherd,
game.
not just Shepherd. I think this is a very important game for someone like an Abdul Samad also. So he was
Abdul
given lots of
Samad.
backing from the SRH management. So अभी Abdul Samad आएंगे batting पे. He's known for those
Even
big hits
Washington is
down
to
the
come.
order. Yeah, Sundar is also there. Abdul Samad, Shoaib, but I think they still have quality batters left. So, but यही बात आती है, how will they manage the pressure? So in the last game they managed to hit it when the pressure was off. But abhi it's going to be very interesting. So Aves still has 1 over, Bisnoy has one, Kunal is bowling well, Holder has two. So it will be very very interesting. So comment section में quickly आप अपनी prediction बता दीजिए. What is going to happen from here? Do you think Lucknow will spark comeback and take this match from what position they were in, or do you think SRH still has it in them to chase this total down? So Sundar has come in as Ryan is saying. Sudeep, your thoughts? Right move?
right move, man. Definitely. Keeping two big hitters for the slog overs. They're still the required run rate is at 11.
Yes.
I think he
Yes,
got
lag
stuck.
bhi hai. Yeah.
No issues, no issues.
And he'll
होता है,
come
no
back.
issues. Yeah, I think I agree with what Sudeep was saying basically. कि required
Yes.
run rate की वजह से I think man in form basically Washington सुंदर आना काफी important था. तो दो लेफ्टी है जैसे रायन भाई कह
Let's
रहे हैं
see.
कि टू लेफ्टीज ऑन स्ट्राइक.
Yeah.
Any advantage for SRH? So as a from
I
Lucknow's point
think
of view,
now. I think now KL will be tempted to bring on Deepak Huda. I don't know, but I think he'll be tempted
Deepak Huda.
again. Yeah, and seeing KL Rahul as a captain, I think that's very plausible. He might have
Even
saved his
Rahul
ball.
Singh is saying. Even
Yeah.
Rahul Singh is agreeing with you कि next over दीपक हुडा आना चाहिए. So very interesting, but काफी risky भी हो सकता है. But knowing
Yes.
the wicket is I think sticking. Wicket काफी stick हो रहा है, तो maybe spinners can enjoy. Krunal Pandya is enjoying bowling here. So let's
Yes.
see what happens. तो
Kunal, in
अभी
fact,
अभिनव
this
कह रहा
season
है
has
कि
been. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
या यार मैं ही बता रहा था कि LSG को जिता दे संचित भैया. अभिनव इज सेइंग अरे डोंट वरी, काफी इंटरेस्टिंग मैच होने वाला है. या कंटिन्यू.
Sanchit the Jinx King is here. So Sanchit, please be neutral today. You,
Come on यार.
it's okay. Save your jinxes at the later stage of tournament when RR might need them. Looking at the suggestion now,
Yeah.
they won't need, but save them for later, please. And see, that's a huge hit. That's a huge hit.
Definitely.
That's
पूरन
huge.
चालू हो गए हैं. पूरन definitely. I think this is what was required. Even comment section में बताया था कि पूरन has to step up. Ryan ने बताया था कि should do something different now. And he started off this with a big six against Krunal Pandya. So maybe this can be the momentum shifting six that SRH
Possibly.
really needed. So let's see. Let's see if
But I
Nicholas
was
Pooran can
saying,
do his number.
yeah, so
Yeah.
as I was saying earlier, that this season Krunal Pandya has been also a better player as a batsman, as a bowler. He has he is he has been an impactful player, which I have seen as a change in both Pandya brothers. When in past few seasons of Mumbai, they weren't that impactful as their name had been, so they had gotten much bigger for their name. But this season, they are actually playing very well. That's kind of good to see. So they have worked hard, gotten back, and yeah, it's actually pretty good to see Krunal play well, even Hardik play well, and then Krunal and Deepak playing together is another thing, and they are
Yeah.
bonding well. So that's what I feel is.
एग्जैक्टली एंड वही मतलब उसके वजह से शायद काफी फायदा हो रहा है फॉर लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स. आई थिंक दीज टू प्लेयर्स दे विल बी द प्लेयर्स टू वॉच आउट फॉर लखनऊ इफ दे आर टू मैनेज टू डिफेंड दिस डाउन. बट जे भाई यहाँ कह रहे हैं कि मार्को यानसन शुड बी इन द प्लेइंग 11 थॉट्स. सो रोमारियो शेपर्ड अभी आएंगे बैटिंग करने. लेट्स सी व्हाट ही डज. बट विद द बॉल आई थिंक ही हैज बीन प्रीटी डिसअपॉइंटिंग. सो सिंस सुदीप हियर इज नॉट हियर, सो हिमांशु वुड यू लाइक टू आंसर दिस? मार्को यानसन अच्छे फिट होते हैं एसआरएच में?
Kind Marco Jansen, like the Mumbai did try him but didn't give him all games. Marco Jansen, thing is, if you want to try him, you can. I actually have to look at SRH's much their balance to think, because they have taken Puran, they have taken Markram, they are playing Williamson, and another is Romario Shepherd. So they have gone for the batting heavy foreign players, and they have already good bowlers. So Marco Jansen is more bowling oriented, right? So I kind of think it won't make that great of an impact or balance to the team. But if you are not winning or not, that combination isn't working, you should try Marco Jansen. Yeah.
इंटरेस्टिंग. सो करंटली स्कोर बता देता हूँ. एसआरएच 109 फॉर 4 इन 14.1 ओवर्स. सो होल्डर आते ही पूरन ने उनका स्वागत चौका मार के कर दिया है. सो निकोलस पूरन इज नॉट स्टॉपिंग आफ्टर दैट ह्यूमंगस सिक्स दैट ही
Literally
हिट
toe end of the bat and went like a rocket.
एग्जैक्टली. सो पूरन के ऊपर काफी इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगा. होल्डर स्टिल हैज 2 more overs to go. He's been expensive tonight, but he's known for getting those wickets, especially in these kind of situation. So let's see whether he can get the crucial wicket of his fellow West Indian teammate here. I think that will be the crucial one. So Satvik bhai पूछ रहे हैं, don't you think Romario Shepherd could have been sent instead of Sundar? So I think Sudeep ने बोला कि सुंदर काफी अच्छा मूव था. What do you think about this, Himanshu?
Yeah, even I am happy with Sundar because he had played well in that innings. He had shown capability that he can score those odd runs at a brisk pace which will get the required rate down. And see, at that moment, even Krunal Pandya was bowling well. So to counter Krunal Pandya, they might have sent two left-handers, and they know that Deepak Huda, even though he's a decent bowler, they can pick him up. So I think that's an thought process behind this decision, and I am agreeing with what Williamson has done or SRH think tank.
एग्जैक्टली. नॉट सो फनी कह रहे कि सावंत भी थे तो उनको भी भेज सकते थे. लेट्स सी. बट स्पीकिंग अबाउट किसको भेजना किसको नहीं भेजना, सो फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम ऑन थर्ड मैन क्रिकेट शो इवन वी आर यूजिंग द कंसेप्ट ऑफ कंकशन सब्स्टिट्यूट के बारे में. कंकशन सब्स्टिट्यूट नहीं बोल सकते बट इंटरनेट इशू सब्स्टिट्यूट कह सकते हैं. सो सुदीप को रिप्लेस करते हुए आ गए नेटवर्क सब्स्टिट्यूट मिस्टर पार्थ राठौर. पार्थ, हैप्पी टू बिकम द फर्स्ट एवर नेटवर्क सब्स्टिट्यूट ऑन थर्ड मैन क्रिकेट शो.
We need a celebration. Parth,
I think
there is audio issue, right?
आपका आवाज. Yeah, no issues. I think पार्थ आते ही उनका नेटवर्क ऑडियो का इशू हुआ था. Yeah, I think there is some sort of
complete
issue with the
technical
mic.
substitute, just a network substitute.
टेक्निक है यार. ठीक है कोई बात नहीं. जब तक पार्थ हैज टाइम टू एड्रेस हिज वॉइस इशू तो विल कंटिन्यू द डिस्कशन. यस सर, जैसे नॉट सो फनी कह रहे थे, समद भी है, उसको भी भेज सकते थे.
For Samad's thing
yeah.
is that Samad is not in good form, and like I said, Krunal Pandya is bowling well against right-hander, so that's the reason. And we have seen Sundar is in good form, and Romario Shepherd is a big hitter. So in that scenario and reputation-wise, I wouldn't have said Samad. Yeah.
Exactly. Run out missed by KL Rahul. So very interesting one. Still the same part. थोड़ा issues हो रहा है. काफी.
You can go and check on the YouTube stream, so you will understand what.
Yeah, YouTube पे जाके check करें. I think काफी disturbance.
जैसे सीटी फटने का आवाज जैसा आ रहा है वैसा आ रहा है.
Yeah, कुकर बराबर एक analogy बताया यहाँ पे. But yeah, I think run out missed by KL Rahul was a recent update. प्रणव भाई का क्वेश्चन आंसर कर लेते हैं. मैक्सिकल खेलेगा या नहीं बता दो. सो मैक्सवेल वोंट बी प्लेइंग टुमारो बिकॉज क्रिकेट ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने अलाउ नहीं किया है फॉर ऑल द ऑस्ट्रेलियन कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड प्लेयर्स हु आर अ पार्ट ऑफ द पाकिस्तान टू नॉट प्ले टिल 6th of April. तो कल 5th of April है, तो 6th of April के बाद दे विल बी अवेलेबल फॉर सिलेक्शन. सो आई थिंक आरसीबी इज प्लेइंग डायरेक्टली ऑन 9th और 10th उसके बाद, तो ही विल बी अवेलेबल फॉर दैट, बट ही इज नॉट गोइंग टू प्ले टुमारो. Yeah. So he's not gonna play for RCB in tomorrow's game just because of that NOC का issue जो South Cricket Australia ने किया है. So let's see, but still I think RCB still has a pretty sorted batting lineup, so I don't think that will be a concern. So anyways, coming back to the main topic, till the time Parth comes, so score बता देते हैं. Holder has balled really well after conceding that boundary. तो singles ले रहे हैं, and I think that is what Lucknow would want at this stage. So required 100 slowly creeping towards 11. तो अगर यहाँ पे विकेट आती है हिमांशु, do you think Lucknow will be back in the game?
See, they never were out of game, so they are still in the game. They will kind of be ahead in the game. That's I would say, and that's a 4. Okay, 5 overs 50. Okay, so but yeah, Lucknow is still in the game. 5 overs 50 kind of suits batting team in such scenarios, but they are already 4 down with kind of now batting where SRH main concern was batting. Agreed, Romario Shepherd and Abdul Samad is there, 2 hits and the game is theirs, but there is still a chance.
Exactly. And ये क्वेश्चन मैं क्लैरिफाई कर देता हूँ अबाउट मैक्सवेल. सो नॉट सो फनी एंड आल्सो प्रणव इज आस्किंग. तो कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड प्लेयर नॉट जस्ट फ्रॉम द पाकिस्तान स्क्वाड, बेसिकली ऑस्ट्रेलिया का जो कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड प्लेयर्स रहते हैं, ए लिस्ट प्लेयर्स लाइक डेविड वार्नर है, स्टीव स्मिथ है, ग्लेन मैक्सवेल है. So these are the contracted players, and जो भी है they won't be allowed to play any other matches till the time the international duty ends. Like 6th of April will be the last game that they play in Pakistan. उसके बाद जो करना है वो कर सकते हैं, वरना वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट टाइप हो जाता है कि ये लोग पाकिस्तान का टूर नहीं खेल रहे हैं जाके आईपीएल खेल रहे हैं. सो दैट्स व्हाई टू अवॉइड दैट all the contracted Australian players will be only allowed to play IPL whether they are a part of the Pakistan tour or not after 6th of April जो भी है. So that is why Maxwell won't be allowed to play. So
And
yeah.
generally NOC, if there is no game every year, NOC is taken by these players to, as Sanchit mentioned, conflict of interest. So that's why NOC is taken every season. This season they haven't been given because Pakistan tour is their nation comes first, so they will be released. I just have one question for you, Sanchit, that won't, if they are playing in Pakistan till 6th, so isn't there a quarantine period or anything like that for this season, or those laws this season bubble में आने के लिए?
To be very honest, हाँ तो आई थिंक है. एंड आई थिंक मैक्सवेल हैज ऑलरेडी सर्व द क्वारंटीन, सो इज आउट ऑफ द क्वारंटीन पीरियड. तो आई थिंक 2 या 3 दिन का ही है इस टाइम अराउंड. तो
Okay.
मैक्सवेल हैज ऑलरेडी डन दैट. But answering this question again from Not So Funny, so we are deviating a little bit from the topic, but yes, I think ये काफी confusing था for lots of people. It does make sense a little bit because अगर ऐसे बात करें, because Australia, England, ऐसे ये जो दो boards है, they really value international cricket. So there are lots of players who they want to see play in the international rather than the franchise cricket. So अगर Maxwell, because he was not a part of the Pakistan squad, he won't be allowed to play in the IPL till the Pakistan is over. वरना ऐसे होता कि if he is ready to play in the IPL फिर पाकिस्तान क्यों नहीं आया खेलने, ऐसे ऐसे वाली बात आ जाती. इसीलिए 6 अप्रैल तक जो भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया के कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड प्लेयर्स है, दे कांट डू एनीथिंग अपार्ट फ्रॉम जस्ट वेट और स्टे बैक होम. तो दैट इज द रूल हियर. तो आई डोंट थिंक दैट मेक्स एनी सेंस. तो बनता है बिकॉज अगर टू प्रोटेक्ट द नेशनल ड्यूटीज, to protect international duties, I think that is fair enough. But it is unfair on RCB, who actually paid enough money to play the entire season for that matter. So काफी debatable. Exactly.
Yeah, it's debatable. And matlab thing is, agar Maxwell was playing for Australia, I think he's not playing this series, right? He's in India right now. So
Yeah.
then there is kind of that debate ki why are you holding him? At least he will. The thing is, two things that come to my mind is that maybe Australia wanted to manage his workload. He was don't get too worked up. IPL is a hectic and heavy tournament on body and on mind. That's another thing. So yeah, that one thing that does bug me. Yeah. Other is that why won't you release him? At least get him in the game flow. Those are the debatable things, because get him in the rhythm. If he might pick up a good form, that's better for Australia as well. If he's in good form, if he picks up great form, that's better for Australia. Yeah. Kind of debatable, but that's the scenario.
एग्जैक्टली बट कमिंग बैक टू द मैच टॉपिक, तो आ
Yes.
जाते हैं फिर से बिकॉज काफी इंटरेस्टिंग मैच हो रही है. रवि बिश्नोई डाल रहे हैं, सात्विक भाई यहाँ पे कह रहे हैं कि लुकिंग ऑफ कलर बिश्नोई. सो स्टिल आई मीन 3 बॉल बाकी है एंड स्टिल विकेटलेस in his 4 overs spell, and that
I
is very
wouldn't
very
say
crucial.
off
So even
color.
though
Like I'm mentioned that he will be wicketless today. So they are just playing with caution against him because and he has beaten players a lot today. So that doesn't if he's beating then means he's on good form. It's just that luck isn't there and they are playing with caution. So not off color but wicketless. Yeah, that's people will see wicketless, not the edges missed or beaten thing. So yeah,
exactly, and दो पार दिख रहे हैं मुझे. I don't know if this is just a glitch on my yeah, I think Parth, are you able to hear us?
या आई एम एबल टू हियर यू बट मेरा आवाज आ रहा है तुम लोग को भी अच्छे से.
यस फाइनली कुकर
हाँ
बंद
आ
हो
रहा
गया.
है, पर
वो
मुझे
हटा
दो
दो वो
पार्ट क्यों
दूसरा
दिख रहे हो पता नहीं.
because I have joined from both my laptop as well as my phone. So that's why I think you are able to see two parts.
डेडिकेशन
ओके
मैक्स.
ओके, कौन सा वाला पार्ट को निकाला? हाँ हाँ चलो ठीक
ये
है.
जो जो अभी स्क्रीन पे है, उसी को रखो स्क्रीन पे.
Perfect, perfect. So Parth, welcome back to Third Man Cricket Show. तो officially
ये पहली बार हुआ होगा कि कंकशन सब्स्टिट्यूट को भी कंकशन हो गया है.
हाँ बराबर. कंकशन सब्स्टिट्यूट को भी कंकशन बराबर कहा है यहाँ पे. तो speaking about the match, so SRH fan Sudeep थे, I think he lost his the, हम शतक से जुड़वात्री यहाँ पे साइंस बोल रहे हैं. But what do you think about SRH position Parth here? Because Puran is doing really well. अभी last ball पे boundary मारे, 26 of 18, doing well. SRH need 41 of 24 balls. So any comments on SRH position right now?
See, if you look at today the modern T20 standards, 4 overs 41 is a very gettable score. आज के स्टैंडर्ड के हिसाब से बहुत ज्यादा गेटेबल स्कोर है. बट मेरा यही इशू है जो आई थिंक कमेंट सेक्शन पे भी बहुत लोगों ने अब तक बोल चुके हैं कि एसआरएच इज एक वैसी टीम है जो प्रेशर हैंडल नहीं कर पाएगी. बट आई एम वेरी होपफुल बिकॉज पूरन फॉर्म में दिख रहे हैं एंड पूरन पूरन जस्ट नीड्स दैट गेट गो. वो एक बार वो जीरो के स्कोर से आगे निकल जाते हैं देन ही कैन बैट वेल. एंड पूरन पूरन जो फॉर्म में पिछले मैच में थे वही फॉर्म में अभी चल रहे. He seems easy to score runs, so I think that SRH can, get this total and can get the person of the season.
Interesting. So Pranav is saying SRH win by 5 wickets. मैच के बाद देख लेना. So he's giving his prediction. लखनऊ के बारे में बात करते हैं हिमांशु. तो currently काफी इवन कॉन्टेस्ट है. अभी टाइम आउट जस्ट लिया गया है. So very important 2.5 minutes. तो स्पॉन्सर्स के लिए भी प्लस ऑल्सो टीम्स के लिए भी. बट इट्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग वन बिकॉज अभी बात आती है विकेट्स की. So would you be tempted, Himanshu, थोड़ा सा tempted हो गए to ball Avesh Khan right now to get that crucial wicket of Nicholas Puran? Because as Parth ने जैसे कहा कि if he gets going, he can just finish it off within 2 overs also. So what do you think? Avesh Khan करनी चाहिए bowling है next over में?
That's a tricky one because if Avesh Khan goes wicketless, and it's kind of game over, I would say, because Andrew Ty has not been on song today. There is a chance for him to turn this around, but yeah. So I think if I was in the situation of KL Rahul, I would give this one over to Andrew Ty, then give it to Avesh Khan. And
But just
then
I would like to add one thing over here कि अभी people told KL Rahul making bad decisions कि दीपक हुड्डा को 16वां ओवर दे दिया, दीपक हुड्डा को ये कर दिया. बट यू लुक अभी अगर तुम बॉलिंग स्टैट्स देखो, जेसन होल्डर हैज गॉन ओवर 10 एंड ओवर. एंड्रू टाई हैज आल्सो गॉन ओवर 10 एंड ओवर. Andrew Ty has 2 overs remaining. Jason Holder has 1 over remaining, and Avesh Khan has 1 over remaining. These are your 4 bowlers. So Avesh Khan को एक ओवर जो देना है, that in my opinion should be the 19th over. बट उसके अलावा आई थिंक एक ओवर दीपक हुड्डा को शायद से देना पड़ेगा बिकॉज बोथ जेसन होल्डर एंड एंड्रू टाई थोड़ा फॉर्म में नहीं दिख रहे हैं. बट आई डोंट नो व्हाट केएल राहुल इज गोइंग टू डू. आई थिंक अभी ये ओवर एंड्रू टाई को दिया गया है जो नया ओवर है. सो आई थिंक केएल राहुल विल बी गोइंग विथ हिज 5 बॉलर्स ओनली. बट अभी ऐसे सिचुएशन में यू कांट इवन ब्लेम केएल राहुल. जब उसके बॉलर्स परफॉर्म नहीं करे, ही विल हैव टू गेट इन दैट चेंज एट दैट क्रूशियल मोमेंट.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
Himanshu.
I just wanted to intervene that criticism KL Rahul का ये रहा है कि when his bowlers have gone for 10 in an over, he has brought the bowling change when that He has brought the bowling change, and that bowling change has gone for 16 or 20 in an over. That has been his criticism. So अभी तक जो चल रहा है, it's okay. It's 10 in an over is kind in current T20 standards okay. If you bowl at 7.5, you are a golden player. So if he, that criticism has been कि ये गलत time पे bowling change किया. He has bought a player and went for 20 runs. That has been his criticism. Not going like not bringing in bowling changes.
बाबर सिंह भाई यहाँ पे तो मतलब बोलते कितना भी डिस्कशन कर लो, जीतेगा तो एमआई और सीएसके।
ये सच नहीं लग रहा।
मैं एक चीज बोलूंगा इधर भंवर भाई को, भंवर, if SRH wins today, CSK MI will be the only two teams who are winless right now.
भाई भाई
बहुत दूर लग रहा है सीएसके और एमआई जीतने का। सीएसके का तो छोड़ दो, एमआई still has one game to reset that record.
MI भी छोड़ ही दो अभी क्या।
ओके, सो सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट, बट रन आउट हो चुके हैं यहाँ पे।
No, it's a not out. Not out दिया है। He was clearly थर्ड अंपायर का डिसीजन आ गया, it's a not out, so he's clearly, तो एक रन मिल गया है अभी SRH को।
इंटरेस्टिंग। मैं तो हॉटस्टार पे देख रहा हूँ, मेरे इधर आई थिंक 2 घंटे में पता चल जाएगा कि क्या होगा।
अभी जस्ट दे दिया।
तो ठीक है, नॉट आउट, सो गुड न्यूज़ फॉर एसआरएच। वाज इट पूरन और सुंदर?
नहीं, वॉशिंगटन थे। पूरा वॉशिंगटन ने ही रन लिया था। वॉशिंगटन वाज ऑन द नॉन स्ट्राइकर देन, बट अभी तक चलो 2 बॉल में 2 ही रन आए ये ओवर में, सो लेट्स होप कि ओवर ऐसा ही जाए फॉर लखनऊ। आई मीन आई वुड होप दैट पूरन एंड वॉशिंगटन बोथ फिनिश इट ऑफ एज सून एज पॉसिबल।
बट वही बात आती है कि प्रेशर कैसे हैंडल करेंगे एसआरएच, बिकॉज एवरीवन, आई थिंक इवन यू मेंशन कि एसआरएच डजंट हैंडल pressure really well. So who do you think will be like, after, according to me, it's just Pooran or game over? Like, yes, Washington Sundar batted really well the last game, but Pooran अगर out होते यहाँ पे, then I don't think anyone can win it for
you do have a Romario Shepherd down the order. Of course, Romario Shepherd के पास इतना experience नहीं है, but he can be a hard hitter of the ball. अगर all Romario Shepherd needs to do in this situation is come and hit a couple of boundaries. एक दो छक्के अगर रोमारियो शेफर्ड ने लगा दिए, बिकॉज वो वेस्ट इंडियन है, एंड एवरीवन नोस कि वेस्ट इंडियंस आर नोन फॉर देयर पावर हिटिंग एबिलिटी। तो अगर रोमारियो शेफर्ड आगे एक छक्का चौका भी लगा दिया, दैट्स वेयर द मोमेंटम शिफ्ट हो रहा है। एंड सामने इवन इफ पूरन गेट्स आउट, यू हैव अ वॉशिंगटन सुंदर दूसरे एंड पे हु कैन टेक दैट प्रेशर एंड आगे जाके वी कैन हिट द बॉल। सो दिस इज जस्ट अ गेम ऑफ 1 or 2 बाउंड्रीज इधर, एंड पूरन कर सकता है, पूरन आउट हो गया तो शेफर्ड भी कर सकता है। एंड आई थिंक इवन अब्दुल समाद की अब तक बैटिंग नहीं आया, वी ऑल नो दैट अब्दुल समाद इज आल्सो समवन हु कैन स्कोर दोस बिग शॉट्स।
Yes,
it's all about West Indian.
Add that ये SRH का pressure not handling वाला tag came in last season. This season उनका middle order completely changed है. These guys may be able to handle pressure. We don't know. SRH में आके कुछ change हो जाता है pressure handling case में. We don't know. But this tag came in when last season was there, when like Sudeep said, कौन है ये लोग? Money. So he gave us good 2 t-shirt lines today. So these guys might be able to handle the pressure.
Exactly. And यहाँ पे केएल राहुल के बारे में हम बात कर रहे थे, कैप्टनसी के बारे में। राहुल, I agree with whatever is commented here. Let's see if KL is aggressive captain or not, because next over, as I said, these will be the overs where the match is going to be decided. So अगर आवेश खान, I personally would love to see आवेश खान bowling at least one of the next 2 overs.
I would have given him next over.
Just एक update, अभी ये Andrew Towers had a brilliant over, पहले 5 ओवर में 4 ही रन दिए, but then last ball पे सुंदर ने beautiful shot for a boundary.
Still, I think that is fine. Yeah.
Still it's 9 run over. See, you need 10 run over, 9 run आ गए over से, तो still you need 41 in 24. अभी equation has come down to I think 32 in 18. So वही run rate पे चल रहे, so it's still SRH game to lose. Like SRH is still very much into the game.
और वही बात आती है कि आवेश खान अगर नेक्स्ट ओवर डालते जैसे हिमांशु और मैं कह रहे थे, बिकॉज let's be fair, he is the only bowler from this remaining bowlers that are left who is looking the most likely to get a wicket. तो अभी currently Lucknow really needs a wicket, and पूरन का wicket I think is very very crucial. तो अगर आवेश खान, like if you wait for the last 2 overs, I think
आवेश खान को bowling दी है, आवेश खान को ball दे दी गई है. KL Rahul has given the ball to Avesh Khan, so he will be bowling the 18th over right now.
Perfect. So this is what we need.
IPL teams, if you're watching this, me and Sanchit are currently unemployed, we can have that analyst role as well.
Exactly. So we are ready to work. So better than expected. But वही बात अभी this will be a very interesting और
एक
because
डाउट है मेरे को ऑफ टॉपिक है बट संचित इफ यू गो एज एन एनालिस्ट फॉर अ टीम वो टीम हारेगी नहीं बिकॉज यू ऑलवेज जिंक्स एवरी सिंगल प्लेयर जो भी आता है सो
ठीक है ना मैं
अगर
दूसरे
अगर
दूसरे टीम के बारे में कर दूंगा
So the
predict.
he उनका थिंक टैंक भी स्मार्ट रहेगा ना, उसका ऑपोजिट डिसीजन करेगा.
एंड पहला ही बॉल सिक्स पूरन ने पहले ही बॉल पे छक्का ठोक दिया है शॉर्ट बॉल डाला एंड सिक्स
That is the risk you're willing to take यार. मतलब आवेश खान was the likely choice because वो ही विकेट ले रहे थे.
Yes.
So this was like attack versus attack, fire versus fire. तो अगर पूरा अभी सिक्स मारे नेक्स्ट बॉल अगर आउट हो जाते हैं then the battle is
then again then Lucknow has the upper hand right now agar if Puran is
What
getting
is
out but
this ball, यार? What is this
Exactly.
ball? अरे are you dumb? क्या? Why do you bowl length balls in the death? He came on his stomach and it came near his abdomen. Diaphragm के इधर बॉल आ रहा है, आराम से घुमाएगा, करीबियन पावर है उसके पास. What are
फिर
you
से सिक्स मारा
doing?
क्या
नहीं
फिर से
वही
six
जो
मारा?
नहीं 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 पहले बॉल की बात कर रहे हैं पहले बॉल की बात कर रहे हैं जो पहला पूरन ने सिक्स मारा था गुड कम बैक अभी यॉर्कर डाला मतलब थोड़ा
Interesting.
Exactly.
पुलर बॉल थोड़ा यॉर्कर
एक क्वेश्चन आंसर कर लेते सात्विक भाई कब से पूछ रहे थे तो बोल रहे कि विजय शंकर एंड अनमोल प्रीत सिंह शुड बी केप्ट इन द होटल लाइक वार्नर वाज केप्ट बाय एसआरएच लास्ट ईयर सीरियसली व्हाट गेम दिस टू आर प्लेइंग योर व्यूज तो पार्थ आप कर दीजिए आंसर बिकॉज़ एमआई फैन हो व्हाट डू यू थिंक लाइक अनमोल प्रीत सिंह डेफिनेटली विल बी गोइंग आउट सिंस अभी ऑफ कोर्स काय हैज टू कम बैक सिंस ही इज फुल्ली फिट नाउ बट व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट अनमोल प्रीत सिंह
See, Anmol Preet Singh. Okay, एक मिनट. Puran is out. Puran is out.
Oh, that is
Puran is
the risk. As we said, सिक्स के बाद पूरन का विकेट मिल जाता है, then the battle is won by.
More importantly, सिक्स के बाद फिर एक डॉट बॉल आया and now डॉट बॉल के बाद विकेट गिरा है. So अभी लखनऊ.
जैसे
So the game the tails have turned.
This is more of
फुल टॉस था ये फुल टॉस पे आउट हुआ पूरन फुल टॉस पे आउट हुआ लेंथ बॉल को सिक्स मार रहा है बट फुल टॉस पे आउट हो रहा है सो
This is kind of
this is the pressure which we are handling
क्या हिमांशु कुछ कह रहे थे आप
No, that I was completely in sync with Parth's thought. You are hitting a length ball, and this is more. I was saying this is more of a Puran's gift than Avesh's skill. So luck, complete luck.
Not so funny.
Kind of
Still
taken him by
SRH game
surprise.
to lose. What do you think, Parth? You agree with this? SRH game to lose still, even though Puran is out.
हाँ I mean you still need 27 of I think 16 or 15 balls which get मिल सकता है because वॉशिंगटन सुंदर फॉर्म में है वॉशिंगटन सुंदर अभी भी कोई खराब शॉट नहीं खेला है वॉशिंगटन सुंदर इज लुकिंग टू स्कोर रन उसका इंटेंट भी दिख रहा है एंड अभी आएंगे रोमारो शेफर्ड या अब्दुल समाद में जो भी आएंगे आई थिंक अब्दुल समाद को भेजा गया है अभी सो SRH still has a very good chance to win the game but of course since wicket गिरा है momentum is in Lucknow's favor but I am still backing SRH to win the game
Interesting. So Samad आ गए and a lot of.
and okay Samad out Samad is also out golden duck for Abdul Samad
अब भी बोल रहा था कि हाई होप से पूरे उसके एंड समद इज आउट सॉरी सात्विक भाई आपका क्वेश्चन आंसर नहीं हुआ बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग करंटली तो
I pulled up a Sanchit I pulled up a Sanchit
अनिल कांबे का ट्रेलर देख रहा था यहाँ पे.
आवेश खान का जो हम लोग ने प्रेडिक्ट किया था कि ही शुड बॉल द नेक्स्ट 2 ओवर्स में कोई भी एक दैट हैज वर्कड ही गॉट द 2 क्रूशियल विकेट्स ऑफ अब्दुल समद एंड the man in form Nicholas Puran so the match
and you know
is well and
both Sanchit and Himanshu you know Avesh didn't have very good first 2 games with Lucknow like I think एक मैच में he went wicketless and दूसरे मैच में he took 2 wickets but both मैच में economy wise he was you know 9 and a half 10 की economy से जा रहे थे and you know today he's come out with a bang of you know 4 for 23 or 24 runs and he still has 2 balls to go so you know उसका भी confidence बहुत ज्यादा boost होना है because आवेश खान पे 10 करोड़ डाला हुआ है so even for Avesh Khan as a player again good this is what we expect out of Avesh Khan from what he has done in the previous season
I think we can discount that CSK वाला game that was complete on a Mumbai Pune expressway. So आवेश खान को बोल के कुछ फायदा नहीं है. That was just मतलब everyone was getting it, so it's okay. But first game was a bit miss.
What happened, Parth?
that was a very good hat trick ball, to be very honest. बहुत अच्छा हैट्रिक बॉल था, प्रॉपर यॉर्कर, एंड बस रोमारो
One
शेफर्ड ने जस्ट टैप किया एंड जस्ट वहीं पे बॉल रुक गया था, सो इट वाज वेरी गुड बॉल फॉर अ हैट्रिक, ऑलमोस्ट अ हैट्रिक बोल सकते
27.
हो.
27 of
But you
13
see,
balls, right? That's the equal.
so you got hit for a six of the first ball, and then you come in with two dot balls and two wickets. So that is what everyone was expecting of Avesh Khan, and
what
he has completely swung the match in Lucknow's favor for now.
Definitely. अगर लास्ट बॉल बाउंड्री नहीं जाता then this is a brilliant over for
Brilliant over,
Lucknow.
brilliant over.
More than
Oh,
25
wide,
runs to chase in the last
wide
over.
ball.
Wide ball, okay. No worries, no worries. I think still wide Yorker try करने जाए गए होंगे.
नहीं नहीं, लेंथ शॉट, लेंथ बॉल, लेंथ बॉल विद एक्स्ट्रा बाउंस, वाइड चला गया.
ठीक है, no issues, no issues. But still, even if he doesn't concede a boundary in the last ball, I think that is all together. But he's bowling really brilliantly. तो काफी इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगा. नेक्स्ट ओवर, हिमांशु क्विकली आप बता दीजिए 19th ओवर, who do you think should ball? Because tie है, they have tie, they have holder, I guess. So next ओवर कौन चाहिए? Because next ओवर I think will be the match deciding one. Let's be fair.
I will go tie because he has that ability to pick wickets, in which of it he has shown nothing today, but he has that ability. Just for that sole reason, I'll be going for tie. Holder is a good bowler, but I have never seen him like pick boom, boom, boom wickets and in such crucial situations.
Interesting. So, wicket ball of Puran was a blessing in disguise. What Omkar is saying. Not so funny saying real idea how PPKs. PPKs, I think they are looking really a different side. So, abhi currently the real PPKs has shifted to SRH. Agar if they fluff this chase up, I think
Dot
surely
ball
man,
to
they
India.
can't chase. Dot ball. Yes, I think that answers the question. Brilliant, brilliant comeback from the Super Giants. Avesh Khan at his truly best, and the gamble to ball Avesh Khan has worked. And this is his best IPL figures in the IPL. 4 for 24. His previous best were 3 for 13 against KKR last year at Saja. So Avesh Khan continuing his rich form in the IPL. Brilliant performance. So 19th over, guys. Himanshu said कि Andrew Ty should ball. आप बता दीजिए comment section में who do you think should ball quickly before the next bowler comes. Parth, what do you think who should be?
I I completely agree with what Himanshu says, that Andrew Ty, for the sole reason कि नया बैटर भी है क्रीज पे, and Holder is a good bowler. Holder is a hit to deck bowler, and Holder has good pace. But Andrew Ty ऐसा bowler है who has tons of variations with him. He, in my opinion, Andrew Ty can variate the ball more than Jason Holder, and that can really make the new batsman uncomfortable in such a crew. And Andrew Ty को ही bowling दी गई है, and ऐसे situation में he can really make the new batter uncomfortable. So I would have also gone with Andrew Ty to bowl the 19th over.
Interesting. So Jason Holder should be the last bowler to bowl the 28th over. So Himanshu, what do you think the safe total from Lucknow's point of view will be for that last over? कितना total आप expect करते हो for Lucknow to defend at least in the last over?
So the ideal answer would be 25, but just thinking realistically, around 17, 18.
So you're
क्योंकि उतना
expecting
तो ये
7 or
ओवर
8
में बन
runs.
जाएगा. Yeah.
Hmm. Parth, what do you think from SRH point of view? How many runs would
Anything
SR?
anything below 16-15 is very much gettable in the last over. अगर 15 रन भी चाहिए हो ये लास्ट ओवर में, सो SRH can still get the win. But if अगर the equation stands 18, 19 या 20 रन जीतना चाहिए, then लखनऊ के पास थोड़ा है. But if I want SRH to win, then I hope that last over में at least you need somewhere around 14 to 16 runs के बीच का bracket होना चाहिए to chase in the last over.
Exactly. तो अभी करंटली पहला ही बॉल 1 रन फिर वाइड डाले हैं शेपर्ड को. तो रोमारियो शेपर्ड, लेट्स सी इफ हिज बिग हिटिंग प्रोवेस कम्स इनटू एक्शन, बिकॉज़ आई थिंक इट्स ऑल अ मैटर ऑफ 2 बाउंड्रीज टू फॉर एसआरएच. अगर 2 बाउंड्रीज को मिल जाते हैं कैसे भी, then I think the match is well and truly in SRH. But it's all about restricting SRH from hitting those boundaries, because we have seen SRH messing up such run chases in previous seasons from such kind of positions.
Sanchit, as you are going to say, Romario Shepherd was going for the hit, but again, as I said, Andrew Ty का जो slower ball है, he's always deceptive with his slower ball, and फिर से after the wide he has got a dot ball now. So
Crucial dot
अभी
ball
फिर से
correct gems.
yeah, and now one more single by Romario Shepherd. So 9 balls 23 runs, लखनऊ के फेवर में मैच जा रहा है फिलहाल तो, but again it's just a matter of
Depends.
1 or 2 boundaries.
पार्थ
वन और
भाई
टू बाउंड्री
I
अल्टीमेट
think
ठीक
एक
है,
भाई
बाउंड्री, एक बाउंड्री भी ठीक,
एक
एक
बाउंड्री,
बाउंड्री भी
एक फोर आ गया तो स्टिल
इवन लखनऊ वुड माइंड, लाइक दो बाउंड्रीज अगर आ जाती है देन थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट होगा, बट एक बाउंड्री इवन इफ इट कम्स इन द नेक्स्ट थ्री बॉल दैट इज फाइन फ्रॉम लखनऊ's पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. More than 15 runs per over at last over, I think it's Lucknow's game, to be very honest. So let's see what happens, but then we need two boundaries, minimum two boundaries for Sunrisers to be in this game at least. So Parth, हम
ये
commentary दे
कैमरामैन
रहे
को अभी काव्या मरन पे ही ज्यादा फोकस करने का है, आई डोंट नो व्हाई.
हैं. 22 of 8
तो
balls, 22 of 8
सिंगल
balls,
सिंगल ही चल रहा है, सिंगल सिंगल ही ले रहे फिलहाल तो.
Warner's
तो
game.
अनदर सिंगल, सो छोड़ दो अभी, मतलब क्या ही करेंगे लोग.
दो
But
बाउंड्री
it's
चाहिए
again,
कैसे भी.
Andrew Ty is constantly bowling those slower deliveries, which is what SRH batters are not able to read. तो वहीं पे सिंगल सिंगल आ रहे. They are just dealing in singles right now.
Exactly. तो 22 of 8 balls चाहिए, even
Oh,
if
it's a
दो
big hit.
बाउंड्री.
It's a big hit.
6.
Six. Yes, Romario Shepherd.
Nice.
Romario Shepherd
Shepard
hits a six.
finally keeping the game alive. 16 of 7. तो currently still I think even है, but इसके बाद लास्ट बॉल पे फिर से एक बाउंड्री आती है, then काफी इंटरेस्टिंग
यार
होगा. So
हिमांशु
big hit.
हिमांशु को बोलना चाहूंगा इधर, सिक्स मारने के बाद भी काव्या पे ही कैमरा लेके गए.
एक भाई स्प्लिट स्क्रीन वाला सुविधा दे दो इनको, ऐसा कोने में दिखाते रहो तुमको जिसको दिखाना है. एक में जिनको प्लीज सिर्फ मैच देखना है दिखाओ ना. अभी मेरे को मैच देखना है, बाकी के टाइम आई एम मोर देन विलिंग टू सी काव्या मरन, बट अभी मैच दिखाओ ना ये सिचुएशन में.
Shepard, bhai, I think one more boundary should be SRH target. But even if it doesn't, I think one run in that last ball will also be fine because that keeps Shepard
Out.
on
Oh,
second.
drop.
Oh my God, drop! Oh, how costly will that be? How
Ravi
costly
Bishnoi, I
will
think Ravi Bishnoi was the fielder. इसने ड्रॉप किया
he
था
take
क्या?
a
It was सिंगल नहीं लिया, डॉट बॉल है. So last over 16 runs to win.
So that is also fine. Like worst case scenario, single नहीं लिया, तो 16 is
See,
what
I
SRH need.
संचित, आई विल गिव यू दिस ओवर का स्टैट्स, यू नो, कि ये ओवर में यू सी ऑल द डॉट बॉल्स जो भी सिंगल्स गए, ऑल बॉल्स वर बिलो 120 किलोमीटर पर आवर. इवन दिस कैच जो अभी ड्रॉप हुआ, ये वाला बॉल भी 119 की स्पीड पे था. जिस बॉल पे सिक्स पड़ा, ओनली दैट वाज द बॉल व्हिच वाज ओवर 135 किलोमीटर. जिस पे सिक्स पड़ा और जिस पे वाइड गया, दोज वर द ओनली टू जिस पे रन्स आए, बड़े रन्स. दोज वर द ओनली टू बॉल्स व्हिच आर क्विकर बॉल्स. सो एंड्रू टाई इज ऑलवेज गुड व्हेन ही बोल्स दो स्लोअर डिलीवरीज. इसीलिए एंड्रू टाई, आई रेट हिम वेरी हाईली, यू नो, एज अ डेथ बॉलर. Whenever he has bowled those slower deliveries, he has always gotten those results. Even back in the time when he played for Gujarat, when he got that the purple cap, Andrew Tyka's slower delivery has always been deceptive for the batters.
So
Yes.
slowness is working on this pitch. तो holder अभी bowling डाल रहे, if I'm not wrong. So
Holder
Parth,
against
Himanshu, do you
United.
think अगर एक out of the box thinking spinner को दे देते last over, since the ball is sticking together, what do you think would have happened?
No, Sundara would have killed him, the spinner. He would have just lashed onto him. So Sundar is a
And
toxic
Sundar is out. Sundar is out.
Oh,
because if
holder
spinner
strikes
would have
first ball.
Holder strikes. Yeah, holder strikes first ball.
But वही बात आती है, since the rule has changed, batsman cross का भी rule नहीं है, so the new batsman will directly play the ball. So who is, I think Bhuvi आएंगे. So interestingly, that is the work, and Sundar is out, and Captain Rahul, KL Rahul takes the catch. जैसे ओमकार भाई कह रहे हैं. So how crucial will that be? I think that Avesh Khan over completely changed the things around. SRH were cruising, and 16 in 5 balls. Shepard has to come back, man. Next ball कैसे भी करके आंख बंद करके रन भाग लो. शेपर्ड को स्ट्राइक देना चाहिए, डेफिनेटली मैन. वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग.
Sanchit, since you just mentioned about last over spinner को देना चाहिए, since I'm an MI fan, so मेरे को MI के examples ज्यादा दिमाग में रहते. I remember, I think it was 2018 and Mumbai was playing KKR, if I'm not wrong, and KKR needed around 14-15 runs in the last over, and Rohit Sharma actually went in with Krunal Pandya to bowl that over, and I think Sunil Narine was still there. Sunil Narine lower order पे आया था, and Sunil Narine was still there, but Rohit Sharma took that gamble of giving. I think Krunal Pandya himself went to Rohit Sharma and said कि मेरे को over दो, last over में खुद डालूंगा, give me that over, and that actually worked out pretty well because in the end वो over में बहुत कम runs and Mumbai won by I think 9 or 11, 9-10 runs से जीत गई थी मैच. So spinner को दो, but
One,
you need to see that एक batsman set है या नहीं. In this case, I would not have given spinner there because Washington Sundar थे set batsman, but since now he's out,
yeah,
we never
but
know.
since Krunal is not the traditional spinner, वो बीच में से यॉर्कर डालते 120 वाला, he
Hmm.
has that darting ball, so he's not a traditional spinner. यहाँ पे is traditional spinner and Washington सुंदर बहुत लंबे प्लेयर है, वो एक स्ट्राइड में बॉल के पिच तक पहुंच के he can clobber it, so
सिंगल
that
आ
would have
गए तो रोमारियो शेपर्ड इज नाउ बैक ऑन स्ट्राइक. सॉरी टू कट यू हिमांशु. सो
no
शेपर्ड
issues, no issues.
it's up to Shepherd now. Shepherd versus Lucknow है तो he shouldn't take a single. Even if अगर in next ball dot आता है, he should be at on strike. That is what I feel. So what do you think, Parth? The ideal plan should be keep Shepherd play all the four
Romario
balls, or do
Shepherd
you think?
should keep the strike. We often seen Pollard do these things कि अगर ऐसे situation में भी Pollard होता है, he doesn't take run. Even धोनी भी ऐसा कर चुके हैं बहुत बार इंडिया के लिए भी. So Shepherd is the main man right now and he should keep the strike.
And he
Interesting.
should
Even Ankit
keep the
agrees.
strike and convert, and if he converts he
Ah,
will
he has to convert,
surely
of course.
turn up and he will surely be thinking like them, because Pollard and Dhoni have done this so many times and 95% times they have won the game. This he has to also this he has also replicate this as well, just not keeping the strike.
Let's see. Parth भाई commentary देते
But
रहो. We are watching.
the last time when Pollard and Dhoni did that, both of them lost the match. और ये
Both of
दोनों
them.
पिछले अभी 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 के मैचेस की बात कर रहे हो. मुंबई का तो राजस्थान के सामने ही था. संचित सर was sitting in the stands witnessing our heartbreaks.
uh,
फिलहाल तो
yeah,
डेड बॉल हुई
मैं
है. फिलहाल तो डेड बॉल हुई थी. रन अप बीच में ही
dead
रोक
ball.
दिया था होल्डर ने. So, बीच में सो हिज अगला बॉल डाला है. शेफर्ड ने आंख बंद करके बॉल घुमाई है एंड इट्स जस्ट अ
Dot ball.
सिंगल. आई थिंक या सिंगल. He has taken the
Single?
lead.
Why?
Yeah, he has
Why?
taken the
Why
single.
would you take a single? Himanshu, do you think it was right move? I personally don't think it was a right move.
Because now अभी भूवी को तीनों
It's
बॉल
too late.
मारना ही पड़ेगा. भूवी
दो
cannot
तीनों
afford to
ball
take a single.
exactly.
Why that? इसको बोलते हैं लैक ऑफ गेम अवेयरनेस. एंड यही बात आती है, इसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे थे कि हाउ मच गेम अवेयरनेस एंड हैंडलिंग प्रेशर टेक्स इनटू प्ले. तो यस, रोमारियो शेटपर्ड नोन फॉर हिटिंग द बॉल्स, बट वही बात आती है गेम अवेयरनेस कितना है उनके पास, प्रेशर कैसे हैंडल कर लेते हैं. नाउ वो भी आई थिंक बलि का बकरा बन सकते हैं. ही जस्ट हैज टू ब्लाइंडली स्लॉग नाउ 14 ऑफ 3. हर एक बॉल पे बाउंड्री चाहिए, लाइक 3 बाउंड्री भी नहीं, एक 6 तो चाहिए. एंड डू यू थिंक मूवी कैन डू दैट? I'm not sure. तो let's see
And
what
I think
happens.
Bhuvi is out. ये ऊपर गई है बॉल and easy catch. Yes, he's gone.
That's out, and I
So
think that is the end of
that is the end
SRH.
because वो क्रॉस का रूल है नहीं. So Romario Shepherd will be on the non-strikers end. So I think next batter कौन होगा? नटराजन होगा or whoever the bowler ही आने वाला. It's not gonna be someone who can hit the ball. So Lucknow
Let's be
has
fair.
the win in their bag.
Yeah, let's be fair. SRH threw this match away. It's fair to say that because at one point they were cruising, and फिर से वही बात आती है कि कैसे उन्होंने मैच थ्रो किया. We have seen this time and again. Himanshu, Lucknow, SRH throwing this kind of changes. I mean, it's so frustrating. I mean, they had it in their bag. पूरा अच्छे खेले, बस बात थी कि गेम अवेयरनेस चाहिए थी थोड़ी सी, and they completely missed that. So what do you think about that? And also a word on KL Rahul's captaincy.
फाइनली थोड़ा आज का डिसेंट कैप्टनसी लगा, बिकॉज मुझे अच्छा लगा, यू वाज जस्ट थिंकिंग लाइक मी, सो आई एम ग्रेटिफाइड कि मैं भी अच्छा कैप्टन हूं. जोक्स अपार्ट, ही डिड टेक good decisions today, and luckily for him the decisions that he took fired for him, so that's one more factor. And Puran got out on a full toss. Romario Shepherd taking a single, putting pressure on Bhuvi. These small things change the game. These small things are the difference between winning and losing on an international level. So this has been more. LSG Lucknow did play well, but it has been more of a SRH's catastrophe and their own downfall than LSG's comeback. They were in the game, they kept in the game, but this was like a return gift by SRH.
Exactly, definitely, and I think KL Rahul की captaincy के बारे में भी हमने we were scrutinizing him a little while ago, and he listened to us. आवेश खान की वो जो over थी,
And sorry to cut you, last ball पे शेफर्ड भी आउट हो गए. So that's match done. 12 रन से Lucknow has won the game by 12 runs. SRH finished at 157 for 9. So good win for Lucknow, much needed one. I mean, पिछला
Definitely.
मैच भी they were last match also they were clinical in chasing such a high total. पर वो तो चलो ground ही ऐसा ही था. But again, today also a very good win for them, especially the way they started. I think they were 27 for 3 if I'm not wrong,
Yeah.
and from there to landing up with a 12-run win is, so they'll be very happy.
And do you see the pattern, guys? कि मतलब स्टार्टिंग में ऐसे लगा था कि जस्ट विन द टॉस विन द आईपीएल वाला थिंग, बट जब से वो स्प्रे यूज किया, तो मैजिकल स्प्रे एज वी लाइक टू कॉल द एंटी ड्यू ऐसे जो बोलते हैं, इट हैज कंप्लीटली चेंज्ड इट अराउंड. एंड अभी नाउ इट इज फेयर टू अज्यूम दैट टॉस is not going to play a crucial role. The last three matches back to back now has not been decided by the toss, and the team's bowling second has won it. So, guys, quickly, last thoughts. Do you think that win the toss and opt to ball kind of a trend is going to fade away in the next few matches?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, अभी ड्यू है नहीं. The only reason the captains were choosing to chase was because of ड्यू factor, and since the anti ड्यू spray का timing अभी change कर दिया, I think 5 p.m. को they are spraying the anti ड्यू spray. So we are seeing very minimal dew, and मतलब जितना भी dew रह रहा है, barely there is some dew on the ground, that is not even helping the batter. So अभी toss, if you are winning the toss, you should just assess how the pitch is and उसी हिसाब से करो. The toss के basis पे match जीतना is not gonna be toss is not going to be the main reason why you are going to win the match from now in the IPL. I mean, we all are actually very bored of पिछले IPL के second leg में भी same चीज हुआ, World Cup में भी same चीज हुआ. We don't want another tournament to be decided just on the basis of winning toss. And toss जितना ही भी तुम्हारा कोई skill नहीं है, it's just luck है. It's just a 50% chance that you are going to win the toss, or you are going to lose the toss. So it's actually good that matches are not going to be decided based on the toss.
Exactly. So that's all we had for tonight. And last question ले लेते हैं नॉट सो फनी का. तो कल की मैच के बारे में बात करते हैं. आरआर वर्सेस आरसीबी. इट्स गोइंग टू बी प्लेड एट वानखेड़े. Rajasthan Royals, the undefeated team right now, the table topper, is going to clash against Royal Challengers Bangalore, a team which RR hasn't won against since 2019. So 3 साल हो चुके हैं. तो नॉट सो फनी का रिक्वेस्ट है, प्रेडिक्शंस ले लो अदर देन संचित. तो इट्स अ वेरी
नहीं नहीं
स्पेशल
यार, ये नहीं
क्राइटेरिया. तो
चलेगा.
मैं
संचित
प्रेडिक्शन
इज द मेन गाय शुड प्रिडिक्ट. संचित इज द मेन गाय शुड प्रिडिक्ट. राजस्थान का मैच है.
परसों परसों की
संचित
मैच
शुड.
करूंगा. परसों की मैच
परसों का
करूंगा.
क्यों? कल के मैच का देना. कल के मैच का दो.
नहीं, I'm the host for today, so मैं नहीं. तो आप दोनों कर लो. हिमांशु, what do you think will happen tomorrow?
Hashtag Faf forever.
Man,
Sorry,
so
but
See,
that's my.
if
I have
Himanshu
two
is
loyal
backing,
players.
if Himanshu is backing his old CSK players, it goes without doubt that I'll have to back my old Mumbai players. So I'm with Rajasthan, and to be honest, Rajasthan squad is actually very strong. The playing 11, they have at least 7 to 8 match winners in their playing 11. आरसीबी, आई जस्ट फील कि बैटिंग में दे आर लैकिंग थोड़ा बिट. दैट मिडिल ऑर्डर जो है उनका
Maximum.
अभी, रजत पाटीदार हैज बीन रोप्ड इन बाय देम, सो आई थिंक ही माइट बी एबल टू bat a bit better than what Anuj Rawat is offering to RCB. But overall, if you look on paper as well, I think RR are the favorites for tomorrow's match for me. Plus,
Yes, so
that
we
emotional connection with Bolt and Coulter over there, वो हमेशा रहने ही वाला है. So
yeah.
more with Bolt, but हाँ.
It will be very interesting कि मतलब टॉस कितना इम्पैक्ट करेगा, बिकॉज आरआर इज वन टीम दैट रियली एंजॉयज बैटिंग फर्स्ट. तो अब तक बैटिंग सेकंड नहीं किए, बट ऑब्वियसली दे वुड वांट टू बैट फर्स्ट एज लॉन्ग एज पॉसिबल. तो अभी सिंस द ट्रेंड हैज बीन दैट ड्यू डजंट टेक अ फैक्टर, बट अभी नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू प्ले एट वानखेड़े. तो वानखेड़े इज नोन टू बी बैटिंग सेकंड काइंड ऑफ अ ट्रैक. तो वहाँ पे कितना ड्यू इम्पैक्ट करेगा वो इट इज स्टिल अनक्लियर. It has been working at Brabourne and DY Patil and even Pune for that matter. So Wankhede का कल टेस्ट होगा. So let's see whether the winning captain at the toss will opt to bat first or ball first. So if RR wins the toss, I think they will happily bat first given the squad that they have. But it will be very interesting what RCB does. So let's see what happens, guys. But that's all we had for today. So a heist completed by Lucknow Supergiant is what we can say to summarize this matchup, because SRH should have won this. They could have cruised it, but there you go. One move from Captain Rahul to bring Avesh Khan into the attack completely changed the momentum around. And Sudeep Bhai for I think it's better for him that he got lost due to his network connection, because he couldn't have bear this kind of a defeat. He was so confident, Bichara, just 30 minutes ago, but that's the nature of the game. So Sunrise Hyderabad not looking good for them once again, continuing the poor forms from the last season. So let's see whether they can turn it around. The next match is against CSK, so one of the teams will be winning. That's for sure. The CSK versus SRH is what the next picture is. And for Lucknow, I think it is against RR. I'm not sure. Let me see that. If it's yeah, it's against DC. So they're going to play DC on Thursday. So not a big gap. So Lucknow versus Delhi Capitals will be the next game for Lucknow on Thursday. So that will be played in DY Patil Stadium. So let's see what happens. But that's all we had for today, guys. It was great hosting you guys. Thanks for everyone who joined in the comment section. Not so funny. Sands bhai, Lord Shalu Thakur abhi aaye, Ryan bhai, Abhinav bhai, Ankit, Omkar, and everyone whom I actually missed out taking the name. It was really great hosting you guys, and thanks Parth for coming in as the network substitute, the first official network substitute of Third Man Cricket Show. और
भाई
उसका भी
साहब
substitute
सब्स्टिट्यूट
आए
को
थे
भी
मतलब.
उसका भी नेटवर्क सब्स्टिट्यूट को भी सब्स्टिट्यूट किया, फिर फोन से लॉगिन करना पड़ा. So
I'll have to thank not just Parth but also Parth again. तो दोनों पार्थ को मैं थैंक करना
okay,
चाहूंगा. दोनों स्क्रीन पे दिख रहे हैं, दोनों के लिए थैंक यू. तो दोनों आए थे स्ट्रीम के लिए. तो thank you Parth Rathore and Parth Rathore once again, and also Sudeep for joining us on the panel, and also Himanshu. So कल मिलते हैं guys. I won't be there. I obviously will be going for the match, but hoping for a wonderful game. Till then, hope you all enjoyed the stream. Please like, share, and subscribe to
it's
our
so
channel.
weird seeing both my faces on the screen दोनों जगह पे.
that is the beauty. Judwa 4 is the best way to describe that.
Ram
But
Sham.
yeah, yeah. It was great hosting you guys. So मिलते हैं guys. कल मिलते हैं same
Yes.
time 10 PM. आ जाओ जल्दी से. बहुत बहुत मजा आएगा कल के मैच के लिए. So till then, this is your host Sanchit Desai signing off. Take care everyone. Goodbye.